Oi, gente. Bom dia. Sejam bem-vindos a mais uma palestra do SET-IEEE, sendo essa a nossa primeira palestra internacional. Eu sou a Camila Cunha e hoje nós temos um convidado muito especial, que é o Satyaki Banik. Ele é aluno do último ano de graduação em Engenharia Elétrica e Eletrônica na Universidade de Tecnologia e Engenharia de Bangladesh, BUET. É membro ativo do I3E há 5 anos e atualmente é o presidente do ramo estudantil I3E BUET da seção de Bangladesh. Se vocês tiverem alguma pergunta durante a apresentação, podem deixar aqui no chat, que ele vai estar respondendo no final, tanto em português quanto em inglês, sintam-se à vontade. Lembrando também que o formulário de presença já está aberto. Preencham, porque ele também vai ser utilizado para o sorteio do acesso à plataforma Alura por 30 dias. Não se esqueçam também da nossa campanha de arrecadação em prol da reforma no Curumim São Pedro, uma instituição que recebe crianças e adolescentes, possibilitando o acesso a experiências e manifestações artísticas, culturais, esportivas e de lazer. As doações podem ser feitas através do QR Code aqui na tela. So, Satyaki Banik, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us today. So you may start now your lecture.
Thank you, Camila. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Can you see? Can you see the screen?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay. So thank you for introducing me to the audience. Hello, everyone. This is Satyaki Banik. I am joining with you today from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Many of you might not even heard of my country, that is Bangladesh. I am speaking from, I am at Dhaka, which is the capital city of Bangladesh. So the Bangladesh is actually located in Southern Asia. We are surrounded by India, Nepal, and Myanmar. The most of the country is actually bordered by India, as India is a very large country compared to our country. And the water body you see below is the Bay of Bengal. This is our national flag, the green flag with a red circle in the center, or quite at the center. The green color actually represents the greenery, the green nature of our country. If you ever had the chance to visit Bangladesh, or if you search Bangladesh on the internet, you can see lots and lots of pictures of our natural beauty that is green and green all over. And so hence the color of our national flag, and the red circle is because of the bloodshed struggle of our country for our independence. We were an independent country. We got our independence in 1971. So that is our flag, and my mother language is actually Bangla, which comes from Bangladesh. So English is my second language also. Like in Brazil, your mother language is Portuguese. Likewise, my mother language is Bangla. So first thing first, I like to thank IEEE UFJF student branch for inviting me to have a lecture at the first Engineering and Technology Week. It is such an honor, such a pleasure for me to be here to speak in front of you in another country, in another continent, in Brazil. So thank you, IEEE UFJF student branch. So before I start, here's a quick comparison between Brazil and Bangladesh. So I have put together a map. I have put Bangladesh map on top of the map of Brazil. You can see Bangladesh is about 57 times smaller than Brazil. Can you imagine? This is a very small country, Bangladesh. But our population is 166 million. So that is 80% of that of Brazil. So you can, I guess, imagine how much population is living in a small area. So we have a lot of people in our country. And in the next slide, you can see a glimpse of Dhaka city, where I am from. This is the capital city of Bangladesh. You can see on the road, there are many vehicles and many people all day and all night long. So this is a country, and this is a city that never sleeps. So you can see there's a flower, there's a lotus flower, white lotus, which is the national flower of our country. So you can see at an intersection there. So this is a small introduction of where I'm from. So speaking of IEEE, there is one section of IEEE in Bangladesh, that is IEEE Bangladesh section. The chair of IEEE Bangladesh section is Dr. Celia Shehnaz. She is the chair of IEEE Bangladesh section. You can see her picture here. IEEE Bangladesh section is the 5th largest section in the world in terms of student members. So previously, I showed you a picture that is Bangladesh is 57 times smaller than Brazil. So Bangladesh is really a small country, but we have a lot of IEEE activities going on in our country, and we are the 5th largest section in terms of student members. We became the 5th largest section for 2 years in a row, in 2018 and 2019. You can see a picture here from the IEEE report. There are 51 student branches in our country from under IEEE Bangladesh section, and more than 2,700 student members, and continuously growing. So among that 51 active student members, the student branches, IEEE BUET student branch, of which of where I'm from, IEEE BUET student branch is the first student branch to be formed under IEEE Bangladesh section. My student branch was formed in 1994. So we are actually celebrating our 25th year journey of our student branch. The name of my university, I should mention, it is written as BUET, BUET, but it is the full abbreviation is Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. So I'm from that university, and I'd like to share with you the best practices of my student branch. So IEEE BUET student branch is composed of several affinity groups and technical society chapters. There is one affinity group, that is the WI, or Women in Engineering Affinity Group, and there are 7 technical society chapters formed under our student branch. There is Industrial Application Society student branch, Electron Devices Society student branch, Power and Energy Society student branch, Robotics and Automation Society student branch, Signal Processing Society student branch, Engineering in Medicine and Biology student branch, and the most recently, Computer Society student branch. So all these technical society chapters and affinity groups make up IEEE BUET student branch. So if we look at the membership growth of our student branch in the recent years, you can see that we have always managed to keep our membership count above 250 or 260. But in recent years, in 2020, the membership count is over almost 335. And if you look at the membership retention in recent years, so the retention remains. What retention means? Retention means how many members have renewed their membership to the next year from the previous year. So how many of them has renewed their membership? In 2017, we had a renewal rate or retention rate of 29 or 30%. It increased to 50% in 2018 and 2019, but in 2020, we managed to increase the retention rate up to 78%. So it means 78% of our members who were in 2019 renewed their membership in 2020. That's a very much needed aspect of IEEE. IEEE values this retention rate very much. So you may ask, how did we manage to pull off such a big record retention rate in our student branch? The answer is actually pretty simple. Like all other student branches, we organize various kinds of events and activities throughout the year. In all these activities, we try to give our members some benefits so that the IEEE members derive certain benefits from the workshops or technical talks or events that non-members cannot. So our members derive benefits, and hence they feel the motivation to renew their membership for the next year or take membership if they hadn't had membership before. So our membership growth is sustained, and the sustained membership growth is what IEEE values and IEEE cares about. So how do we actually what types of activities do we actually organize? We organize workshops, various types of technical workshops, all leadership workshops, technical talks. We organize various technical online activities such as webinars or online competitions, stuff like that. There are section sponsored events, the events sponsored by IEEE Bangladesh section or maybe sponsored by the region. We organize industrial tours for our members. We'll get there in a minute. We organize various competitions and urge our member to participate in various IEEE competitions. So, and finally, the pre-university outreach program. This is a signature program, an award-winning signature program of our student branch that I'll focus on the latest part of the presentation. So starting with the workshops, what type of workshops do you usually organize? There are some signature workshops. You can see RoboTutor, embedded system. This workshop mainly focused on teaching basics of robotics. Arduino, you may have heard of it. Robotics, Arduino, programming with Arduino, making robots with Arduino. We teach Arduino with RoboTutor and embedded system. And there is a workshop on simulating software or printed circuit board workshops. So what is the actually benefit of signature workshops? Our members and mainly our students from our university know IEEE BUET student branch as the organization who organize these workshops on a regular basis. So they expect us to organize these workshops in 6 months or every year so they can learn from it. So these are our signature workshops, and we take various member feedbacks and upon those feedbacks, we organize specialized workshops, such as workshops on Internet of Things, that is IoT, on numerical simulation software, on web development. These are some of the recent workshops we have conducted. Apart from that, we organize numerous technical talks in our student branch. Particularly, these technical talks are actually organized by our technical society chapters. I previously mentioned we have 7 technical society chapters in our student branch. So each of the technical society chapters regularly organize various technical talks or workshops. So there are workshops on smart grid, sine wave inverter. These were from Power and Energy Society. Talks on biomedical engineering or signal processing. But the most important here, important ones are the last two. IEEE Distinguished Lecturer Program. What do you mean by Distinguished Lecturer Program? So you see there are websites of IEEE Technical Society chapters. We have 7 Technical Society chapters, and each of them has a website. So if you go to the website of a society, you can see a list of distinguished lecturers. So who are these distinguished lecturers? They are a person or academician or industrialists who have made significant, remarkable achievements in their fields. So IEEE Technical Society chapters are offering you lectures by those specialists in your student branch. So you can visit the website, request select any speaker you want, request them to give a talk at your student branch, and they will come to you They will come to your country, your university, and with their cost and give a lecture. So we, in 2019, we organized two such distinguished lecture programs, one of IEEE Industrial Application Society and another of IEEE Signal Processing Society. You can see the picture on the bottom right of the SPSDL program. So it is one thing you can also do at your student branch. So online activities have been flourishing during this COVID-19 pandemic. We organized a webinar series named Tech Talk webinar series in 2020 July. There were 7 speakers and four episodes spanning on different areas of research during COVID-19 on robotics and automation, in signal processing, in engineering, biology, and whatnot. So this was organized in July. We organized a special webinar on IEEE student membership benefits. I am particularly focusing it because it is of great importance. In this webinar, IEEE Student Activity Committee Chair, Dr. Elisa Barney-Smith, she was the speaker of this webinar. This webinar was organized under the Virtual Speakers Bureau initiative of IEEE Student Activity Committee. So what you get the benefit is, if you visit the IEEE Students website, there is a section called Virtual Speaker Bureau. If you go to that, there is a list of speakers, maybe between 200 or 300 speakers who are readily available for you to request, and you can request them to give a webinar at your university for your students. So it is one benefit you can avail from IEEE. So these are some of the webinars that we have organized. There are currently 13 teams. As you know, in October, the IEEE Extreme, the 24-hour long programming competition is going to happen. We organized 2 webinars on IEEE Extreme, and more than 15 teams are going to participate in IEEE Extreme for our university. And I want to focus on one key program here, that is the Skill Shop series. You know that online activities have their disadvantages. There are a lot of difficulties in online programs. So no one even dares to perform online workshops, interactive workshops in online platform. But during COVID-19, to give membership benefits to our student members, we organized a series workshops on technical softwares. There are 5 such workshops named Skill Shop, and more than 500 students participated in these workshops and got benefited in this pandemic time. Those who are sitting in their home idly, so they can do the workshop and have some skills. So moving on to the section sponsored events, very recently on the last month, we organized IEEE Student Membership and Leadership Summit of 2020. It was funded by IEEE Region 10 Student Activity Committee. So this particular summit is very important because we gave a proposal to IEEE Region 10 Student Activity Committee and won the proposal. And 15th section in IEEE Region 10 got awarded, and we were one of them. We organized IEEE SPS Winter School 2019 on multimodal signal processing. This one is very important. It is because it was the first time a winter school was organized in Bangladesh, and IEEE BUET student branch was the first organized the first ever winter school in Bangladesh. So a total of 57 participants or students, I should say, they engaged in this winter school for 4 days. There were speakers from 4 different countries, 7 speakers from 4 different countries on various areas of signal processing. So it was a grand success. So there are several other programs, that is Student Professional Awareness Program, SPAC. This program is also funded by IEEE. You can give a proposal going to IEEE students website. I believe IEEE UFJF student branch has already done some of these conferences, SPAC conferences, but you have not. If you have not, you can organize that by applying to IEEE and get a funding for organizing that. So IEEE BUET student branch was also the host student branch of several section activities, such as IEEE Bangladesh Section Joint Student Branch Initiative, which was funded by Region 10. We hosted IEEE Bangladesh Section Student, Young Professionals, and Women in Engineering Congress in 2018, and many others. We organize industrial tours for our members. So I have selected photos from 3 different timelines here to give you an idea of the types of industrial tours we have organized over the years. So there are a couple of photos from Energy Pack. You can see the bottom right, there are transformers behind. We visited Polycables in 2010, the National Node Dispatch Center as a celebration of IEEE Day in 2017. So industrial tours are very lucrative among our student members. So last but not the least, the most significant event, signature event of ours, that is pre-university outreach program. We organized 11 outreach program at 4 different pre-university schools and colleges, where more than 600 students participated. And we would like to mention that IEEE BUET student branch won IEEE Daryl Chong Student Activity Award in 2018 in bronze category for this event. So under this event, we organized a workshop on at Notre Dame College at Dhaka, Bangladesh, at a workshop on robotics at Holy Cross College, and a workshop on Arduino at YWCA College in Dhaka, Bangladesh. So as you can see from these pictures, our main focus is to promote STEM or STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to young minds so that they feel the urge to pursue STEM fields in their future education or future career paths. But as you can see from the pictures, our main focus is to target female students. It is because you can see the percentage of female students in STEM fields or engineering fields are very low. So we actually target female students to take up engineering or technology or mathematical subjects in their future paths. So for these events, we have received multiple awards and recognitions over the years. So IEEE BUET student branch has received IEEE Bangladesh Section Best Student Branch Award for last couple of years, and for last 3 years in a row. You can see some photos. You can see me here in 2018. So we won IEEE Region Exemplary Student Branch Award in 2019. So it was awarded by IEEE Region 10. So it is a global IEEE award which we won. Our volunteers won IEEE Bangladesh Section Best Student Volunteer Award in many times in the last couple of years. Last 3 years consecutively, we have won this award. And in 2019, I won this award from IEEE Bangladesh Section. Our volunteers have also won IEEE Bangladesh Section Best Student Volunteer for Humanitarian Activity for last 2 years, 2015 and 2019. Our volunteers have also won IEEE Region 10 Outstanding Student Volunteer Award in 2018. So our student branch and student branch volunteers have been receiving various awards in the last couple of years, but our WIE affinity group is very vibrant, and I'm proud to say it is one of the most vibrant student branch affinity groups in the world. It is because IEEE WIE BUET Student Branch Affinity Group won the Affinity Group of the Year Award in 2019 from IEEE. So it is a huge achievement for us. And before that, in 2019, the WIE Affinity Group won the Student Branch Affinity Group Award in 2018. So from R10. So you can see our WI affinity group is very vibrant and doing wonderful activities around and a living mark in the world. So that is all. That sums up our activities and hours of IEEE BUET student branch. I request you to, if you feel need to, you can contact us at IEEE BUET student branch @gmail.com. That is our official email address. You can also reach us at Facebook. Our Facebook page is the main contact way with our volunteers and our members. So you can give a like and follow our Facebook page. Also, a LinkedIn page is available. Please do visit our website, that is IEEE.org, and you can definitely subscribe our YouTube channel, that is IEEE BUET Student Branch, and you can see our previous events as videos in our channel. So before ending today's session, I would like to take this moment to share with you some beautiful sceneries from Bangladesh. Um, so Bangladesh, as I mentioned, the flag is green and all green and a red circle in between. So the green color represents the greenery of our country. The Bangladesh is very beautiful, and you have Amazon, right? The Amazon rainforest, which is the largest rainforest in the world. So in Bangladesh, we have the Sundarbans, which is the world's largest mangrove forest, and it is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So if you translate the Sundarban is actually said in Bangla. So if you translate it to English, it stands for the beautiful forest. So it is home to the world famous Bengal tiger. The photo is here in the side. It is home to the world famous Bengal tiger, barking deers, which you can see from the bottom picture. And there are panthers, wild boars, dolphins, and many species of bird flora and fauna in the world's largest mangrove forest, that is Sundarbans. But apart from forests, we have a wonderful sea beach. You saw Bangladesh, the southern part of Bangladesh, there is the Bay of Bengal. And we have the Cox's Bazar Sea Beach, which is the longest natural sea beach in the world. Yes, the Cox's Bazar Sea Beach has an unbroken length of 120 kilometers. So 120 kilometers sea beach without any break. So this is situated also in Bangladesh. So there are forests, there are seas, sea beaches, and also there are wonderful hill tracks. Bangladesh has beautiful hill tracks on the southeast region of the country, and this is a very popular and go-to destination of hikers, trekkers, and tourists, and thousands and millions of people, actually trekkers and hikers, visit the hill tracks for the awesome scenery and natural beauty. So, actually, that being said, I'd like to request you all to uh, keep in mind to visit Bangladesh at one point of your life. It is actually a magnificent country. You can search on the website, you can search for travel destinations, and you can definitely see Bangladesh as one of the most lucrative and beautiful travel spots in the world. So, with that being said, I'd like to conclude my today's session. And once again, I'd like to thank IEEE UFJF student branch for letting me have the opportunity to share with you the best practices of IEEE BUET student branch and represent not only my university, but my country, Bangladesh, to you in Brazil. Thank you.
Satyaki, what an awesome presentation. I really like how you presented your country and your culture to us. And also your student branch is just massive. It's really good for us to see the things you do and like how we could implement it here. So congratulations. Now can we move to questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Gabriel asked you, what are the main projects developed in BUET student branch?
Okay, what are the main projects developed in IEEE BUET student branch? So, as you see, our events and our activities are actually focused on our members. So we have various projects developed by our members. Particularly, we actually encourage our student branch members to participate in groups, participate in groups in several IEEE contests. If you see, if you may have heard the name of IEEE VIP Cup, Video and Image Processing Cup. In the last 3 years, IEEE BUET student branch have been the finalists and also been the champions of the competition. You can see IEEE Student Signal Processing Cup, SP Cup. In 2016, IEEE BUET student branch was the world champion of that competition. So many of our students have been participating in global IEEE competitions and bringing glory to our student branch. So we actually believe in collective uh, work and bringing glory to our student branch through collective method. Yeah.
Thank you. So Mariana is asking, what do you do to keep this retention of members rate so high?
Yeah, that is an excellent question. As you saw, the retention rate in the 2 or 3 years ago was not so good. But in the recent years, we have actually focused on giving membership benefits to our student branches. Suppose in an event, in a workshop where there's a certain registration fee. So the non-members have to pay the full fee, but our IEEE members have to pay 50% of the total fee. So in every event, they receive certain benefits that non-members do not. So through that, we can ensure the retention rate of our members.
Thank you. So you've also answered Nata questions that he asked, what do you think was essential for making IEEE BUET so great and causing so much impact on society?
Okay. So actually, this question requires um, me praising the dedication of our previous volunteers. So you can see the IEEE BUET student branch is now 25 years old, and I am now currently responsible as the chair of IEEE BUET student branch. But the height we have received in these years is only attributed to the dedication and hard work of our previous volunteers. They have worked so hard in the past couple of years. They have tried to maintain a steady growth, tried to maintain integrity of our events, tried to receive awards and recognition from international IEEE domain. So that has made who we are uh, in the 25th year of our journey. And actually, yes, we tried to make significant impact to our society as well. During COVID-19 pandemic, when after 2 months, first 2 months, there was a real shortage of food because people are not allowed to go out and do jobs and earn money. So from IEEE BUET student branch, we actually made a fundraiser, organized a fundraiser, and raised a lot of money. And with that, we helped uh, people people who are very poor with foods and necessary medicinal supplies, so they can uh, pass their days without working. So actually, we try to do some benefits to the society collectively. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna move for the raffle. We're gonna sort a prize among everybody who's watching. So we ask you that you choose a number from 1 to 43. Can you tell us a random number from 1 to 43 so we can sort the winner according to our spreadsheet? Satyaki?
Oh, okay. Oh, should I say the number?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, please.
So from 1 to 43.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's say 34.
34. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
so much. So we're gonna check now who is the winner. We ask that the winner please contact us so you can receive your prize. So just 1 second while we check who is gonna be the winner for today. The prize is gonna be 3-day access to the Altura platform. So the winner today was Gabriela Barbosa Assis. Gabriela, congratulations, and make sure to contact us so you can receive your prize.
Congratulations, Gabriela.
So, Satyaki, we thank you for the amazing lecture you gave us today. Thank you. It's gonna for sure be really helpful for our student branch and also for our cultural baggage that you gave us, talking about your country. Yeah, we will also like to thank our partners that are the student branch UFCG and UFSC, Reno Boat, and the Brazil Council for supporting our event. That's it for today. Gente, muito obrigada a todos. Um bom dia. Espero vocês às 14 horas na palestra da Natália Mota sobre mapeamento mental por processamento da linguagem natural. Um forte abraço.